All right, we're working on figure 5102, the V block base today. It's 7 7/8 from here to here, 3 1/4 from here to here, 3/4 inch thick on the base, 1/4 inch thick on this lip here, 3/4 inch around from here to here, 1½ inches from here to here. It's 1 3/4 from center to center. We've got 2 5/8 to the top, 45 degrees to here, ½ inch here, 1/4 inch recess back in here. This is 3/8 of an inch wide. It's 2 3/4 from here to here, 3/8 inch thick, 1/4 inch round. So let's go ahead and go to our drawing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my AutoCAD drawing because I've got the AutoCAD drawing for this. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my dimensions off on this drawing. I'm going to turn the current layer off. That way I don't have a problem later on when I'm extruding this. So we'll copy that, Control C. I've already created a IPT, an inch IPT in here. I'm going to Control V and paste my drawing in there. You notice none of my dimensions show up, right? So I'm going to finish my sketch. So what I've got to do now, I've got to extrude this, and this. Now you're going to see something in just a second when I do this. We don't want to extrude that part, so let's cancel that. We want just to extrude this part here. We can go back and put that in there in just a minute. We just want to extrude this part here first. All right, so let's hit OK. But first of all, we need to know exactly how far this goes. Let's go back in here and turn our dimensions back on, because it's easier to see it here than it is anywhere else. Get my hand tool. I know it's 3½ inches wide because it tells me right there. So we're going to go 3.5. Right? Now I'm going to flip it over this way because I got a sketch right here. If we hadn't had the sketch with the round in there, we'd have had to create a fillet in here. But since we already had the drawing with the fillet already there, we don't have to worry about that. So we're going to go here. We're going to sketch on this surface right here. 2D sketch. And I'm going to bring that up a little bit on my drawing here, make it a little bit more visible to see. I'm going to go back in here, go to my top view. I'm going to turn my sketch, my dimensions back off. Turn the current layer off. I'm going to copy that, Control C. Come back in here, Control V. With Control V, and I will try to line that up without having to go out and let's do that just in case it's backwards here. Yeah, that's right. So what I want to do now is I want to move this with the idea of I've got a base point here. So we got it selected. I'm going to use this as my base point. Now I can finish, I can click done, finish my sketch. Now you notice how this and this doesn't match. That's one of the problems that we end up when we're having to to edit our sketches and things. So we want to move that up again. So let's measure that sketch and make sure it's actually the same dimension. It's 3 1/4. So to go back to our drawing, let's turn our dimensions on here. And right there it tells us it's 3 1/2 here, not 3 1/4. Well, it tells us our line here is 3 1/4. We just turn that one into 3 1/2. And we hit enter. There we go. Now we also need to go back to our model here. Get back to our inventor. And it's basically where it needs to be. It looks like it's closer in here. So let's move this part of it out, because this part here is actually because it is a little bit bigger than our drawing here. So we're going to center that up there. Now, this part of this is what we're going to actually choose here. We're going to finish that sketch. We're going to extrude this up. We know the height of that because it tells us it's a 1/4 inch high, right? So we go back here. Let's extrude that. Not going to be 6. Or 3 1/2. Actually, it's only going to be a 0.25. And that's more like it right there. We go here and hit OK. And then we got to go back and share that sketch again, because we got to cut that slot through there. I'll share my sketch. I'm going to extrude that. Now before we make that solid, we want to go back the other way. I want to make it at least 1 inch. So make sure I got it open there. You can actually flip it over while you got that open and see if it actually is. It's okay. Now, let's go turn this sketch off, the visibility of the sketch off. Then all we've got left to do is add our fillet here. So our fillet on the inside of that was an 1/8 inch radius. 1/8 inch radius fillet. Alright, so let's go to fillet. We're doing a face fillet, 0.125. And you notice it wraps all the way around, so you don't only have to hit it one place. Alright, so that is figure 5-102 V block. Remember, I'm always standing around helping you out. If you have any questions, just ask.